So pricing. This is a big one for handmade sellers, and I found this really hard when I was starting out too. You might have some kind of imposter syndrome that your products aren't really good enough to sell for a high price, or you might even think that your products won't sell unless you sell them for bargain bucket prices. But the main thing is that you're just profitable, and in this video I'll go through exactly how to price your handmade products on Amazon Handmade so that you can be happy with the price and make some money along the way. And at the end of the video there's a link to some cheat sheets for you to work out your pricing in seconds. So let's get cracking. The first thing we should look at is the fees. As with both Amazon and Etsy, there are fees that you need to understand. In this video, we're just going to focus on Amazon Handmade, but in a video coming up in the next few weeks, there's going to be a video where we look at the pricing on Etsy as well. So subscribe and turn your notifications on, and you'll get a link when that video goes live next week. But on Amazon Handmade, there are a few fees that you need to get your head around before you think about anything else. And it's important to understand that these costs affect how much profit you can make. And with that, it affects what price you can set your products at. So fee number one is the subscription fee. Now you pay this fee per month for the privilege of selling on Amazon, and it's about £25 or $39 a month. But this fee is actually waived if you're a handmade seller. So if your products are handmade, you don't need to worry about this one. The second fee is the referral fee. Now, I don't know why it's called this, but it's basically just the commission. And you pay this fee to Amazon whether you ship the products yourself or if you use FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon. And this is basically you saying thank you to Uncle Jeff Bezos for finding you a customer. And you only pay this fee when you make a sale. Now, this fee is usually about 15% of the sale price, but in the handmade category, your referral fee is actually 12.41%. Bit of a random number there, but you've got a bit of a saving if you're in the handmade category. The third fee is the FBA fee. Now, you only pay this fee if you're doing fulfilled by Amazon. Fulfilled by Amazon is when you use Amazon's fulfillment network, so you get them to do all the shipping for you. You basically pay this fee for the shipping, the handling, the warehousing, all that sort of stuff. And if you use FBA, then your customers get free prime shipping, so it's quite a good thing to look into. But the fee is basically based on the volume and the weight of your product. It's quite easy to work out what your fee would be. If you've got Helium 10, and I really highly recommend you get it if you haven't looked into it before, there's a link in the description with a bit of a discount. But if you've got Helium 10, you can use the profitability calculator in there like this to work out what your FBA fee. And you access it by clicking the extension in your Chrome search bar. And you can play around with some of these numbers to work out exactly what your fee would be for your size of product. Now, obviously, you don't need to pay this fee if you're going to be doing the fulfillment and all that stuff yourself. But basically, the bigger and heavier your product is, the more expensive the fee will be. Like, for example, if you're selling a diamond ring in a teeny weeny little box, then the fee will be really small, even though the product is really expensive. But if you're selling a kilogram of polystyrene, then your fee will be very, very huge, even though your product is light and not worth anything at all. So just be careful with the size of your product, because if you go into the oversized category, your FBA fee will go up quite considerably in some cases. So now you know what fees you'll be paying, you can have a think about pricing. The first thing you need to consider is how much profit do you want to make. You should try and work out how much money you want to make from each sale to support the goals and where you want to be of like living and working full time in your handmade business. But to work out the profit, you need to know the costs. And with Amazon, this is made up of three parts. So you've got the cost of goods sold. And this is basically how much it costs you to make it. Remember, this needs to include your time as well. It includes the fees, which is what we went into just now, and it includes the shipping. So this is either shipping it to Amazon for FBA or shipping it to the customer. If you add all of these things together, then you'll get your total costs. And this is basically the baseline from where you'll start with your pricing. Because obviously you can't go below your costs, otherwise you'll be losing money. I always think you need to be pricing your products to make it worth your while in the first place. Especially as your products are going to be really good quality, and let's be honest, your products have to be good quality, you should be aiming for a high margin. Loads of people worry about charging a high price, but if you make a really great quality product with lovely pictures and you describe your products really, really well with excellent copy that makes customers really want to buy it, and you really build your brand, which is something we talk about a lot in these videos, then you can describe why your product is better than the competition, and then you shouldn't really have to worry about high prices as much. In fact, by charging low prices, I always think you're kind of cheapening your product and making it look worse, and this can be bad for your business and bad for your self-esteem. I always try to aim for at least a 40% margin. Some of my products even get to a 45% margin, which is amazing. But as long as I can get over 30% margin, I'm quite happy. So let's break down how this goes into your pricing. So let's say, just for example, you make this vase, and with materials, it takes you £7 to make this vase. When you package your product up in a really nice protective packaging, it comes up to 30 by 16 by 16 centimeters. So we'll take a look at the Helium 10 profit calculator and just type those numbers in. And so we've got 30 by 16 by 16 centimeters. And then we can see from here that our FBA fee will be £2.50. And we estimate it will cost about 90 pence to send it to Amazon using their handy UPS service to get it there. So right now we're at £10.40 for our costs. Now, if we're going to try and make my profit margin of 40%, we need to add this onto the cost. So let's just say, for example, we sell this product for £18. Our profit right now would be £7.60, which is about 42%. This is perfect, but also you have to remember that you need to factor in the referral fees, because we're in the handmade category, it's 12.41%. So you need to add that on top of the 18, which gets you to about £20.23. So this means that you can sell your product for around the £20 mark in this example and still remain really, really profitable. And this is how you can kind of start thinking about what your pricing will be. The other thing about pricing you should look at is what sort of price your products would be competitive at. You know, if you're making products that are really, really high quality and the listings are good, then you don't need to spend as much time looking at what other people are doing. You just need to be selling it for, the price that you want to sell it for, which is one of the reasons I always tell people to go into higher quality products. One of the reasons many of my clients worry about pricing is they get a bit of imposter syndrome, thinking that people won't pay the really high prices for their products. But this isn't really true, as not everyone's looking for a bargain price. Just speaking from my own experience, I often look for a higher quality product to buy. So just make sure that you have a strategy for presenting your products in the right way. And I've just put a card on top of the screen here for how you can make really nice product images, which will show your photos off, or show your products off in the perfect way, and they'll sell your products for you. In the show notes, I've also made a cheat sheet for you to follow along, so you can work out your profit margin and your pricing really, really quickly. So that should save you loads of time. So check that out and let me know in the comments if you've got any questions. If you're also selling on Etsy, then I've made a video about how to price your products for Etsy, which will be going live next week. So hit subscribe and turn on notifications, and you'll be the first to see that video. I hope you found the video today helpful. Get in touch with any of the links in the show notes and to ask me any questions, or just write something in the comments. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.